Steelers Nation, I think it is time that we discuss the most popular topic regarding the Pittsburgh Steelers this week, and something that is definitely going to be going on for the foreseeable future, as the Steelers have 2 more home games the rest of the season. I think we both know how that's going to go in the crowd, the same way it went last week versus the Buffalo Bills in Heinz Field. It's got to be the first time, as of my recollection, as of my knowledge, that there has been legitimately loud, audible, notable Fire Tomlin chants. That's even being talked about by the national media. That's being talked about all over ESPN and the Pat McAfee show and any other sports show you watch. They bring it up. They discuss it. They talk about it. It even got to a point Mike Tomlin himself got asked by the Steelers media regarding the Fire Tomlin chants.
I mean, like, Mike Tomlin was, of course, literally in the stadium. I mean, you can't ignore it. It was very audible. Probably not as loud as some of us probably would have wanted, but, I mean, nonetheless, you still heard it. It was pretty audible. And Steeler Nation let their frustrations and opinions well known, and rightfully so. I applaud Steeler Nation in attendance on Heinz Field for that Bills game.
Yeah, I've actually been pondering on this topic, this video, for a couple days now, because I am legitimately proud of Steeler Nation, of what they did at Heinz Field this past Sunday versus the Buffalo Bills in a despicable loss by the Pittsburgh Steelers, because it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time that this was going to happen. We saw it years ago in 2023, I believe, with the Matt Canada chants.
Fire Canada. It went everywhere.
They had signs literally everywhere. Everywhere you went, everything you watched, there was Fire Canada posters, signs, some level of movement.
Chants at Penguins games. The Pittsburgh Penguins were playing, you heard Fire Canada chants, bro.
Yes.
Like Pittsburgh was just fed up.
Yes.
And it's only a matter of time till it reaches those levels once again.
Because here's the thing, man, and I'm proud to say this. I'm proud to be part of Steeler Nation, and I'm going to give a huge props to you guys. Steelers Nation is very vocal. Steelers Nation is very loyal. Steelers Nation is not afraid to let you know how they feel. It doesn't matter who you are, what position you're in, no matter the organization or the team or whatever. They will let you know exactly how you feel, because we have the right to do that. We are fans. We support this team. We might have different views. We might have different opinions. We might have different outlooks regarding everything. But at the end of the day, we all root for the shield. We all root for the logo.
Damn straight.
We will let you know how we feel. It doesn't matter how long you've been here. It doesn't matter what you've done for us. We will let you know how you feel, good or bad. And frankly, it's been a lot of bad lately, especially when it involves a guy like Mike Tomlin. And I'm going to say this, man, it really sickens me to hear the garbage takes from a lot of the sports shows and some of the media, how they try to defend Mike Tomlin. Specifically, the show Get Up. I've never heard of Get Up. I've never watched a single episode of Get Up. I don't even know what they're broadcasted on, what network they're on. But I've seen all over social media. Rex Ryan. We know Rex Ryan. We were very familiar with Rex Ryan. He was the Jets head coach. He was the Bills head coach, the Ravens defensive coordinator beforehand. Now sportscaster for whatever the show Get Up is. Again, I've never listened to it. I've only seen clips. Get Up. Rex Ryan was saying, do Mike Tomlin a favor and fire him. He would get a job in this league in 2 seconds. You're asking the Steelers to do Mike Tomlin a favor. You do Mike Tomlin a favor. I feel like the Steelers have done Mike Tomlin plenty of favors. They've kept him, they've let him keep his job for a lot longer than probably any other coach would, considering everything that he has done the last 8-9 years, if not longer than that. Name me a coach, Rob. Name me a coach that in 8 going on 9 years, that's not a prediction, that is a spoiler. 8 going on 9 years without a playoff win. Name me how many teams have kept their head coach that long with that little success.
I can name you one. That is Marvin Lewis of the Bengals. That was, 10 years ago? And now he is very much in the case of going on for longest amount of losses in playoffs.
Yes,
with
because
Marvin Lewis.
if the Steelers make the playoffs one more time with Mike Tomlin and they lose one and done again, which would be 6 straight, I believe he would go on with the most, he would tie Marvin Lewis with the most consecutive playoff losses.
Yes, he would be in that same book.
Which he's already lost 6 straight. So that'd be 7 straight, which I believe ties Marvin Lewis's unbelievably awful record.
Marvin Lewis never won a playoff game. And Mike Tomlin is one playoff loss away from tying Marvin Lewis for the longest stretch. This is a coach, Marvin Lewis at that us Steelers fans just 10 years ago used to make fun of. Oh, you can't win the playoffs. You can make the playoffs, but you can't win the playoffs. Ha ha ha. Now look at us. In the same boat.
Yeah, it sickens me that literally 10 years ago we would make fun of the other AFC North teams. We would make fun of all the other teams because haha, you're not on our level. Now we're not on nobody's level, dude. We're not. There's actually certain organizations that might not have a better record than us, but they have a better outlook for the future than us right now. They might have better, they have better outlook at the quarterback position or in the coaching scheme or just as an organization as a whole. They might not have a better record than us, but they have a better outlook right now. Quick ad break, guys. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video. Huge shout out to Underdog for sponsoring with us on this podcast episode. Underdog, man, you guys should definitely go to Underdog. Go check them out. Underdog just dropped prediction markets, spreads, totals, and team outcomes. And the best part, you can combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. Sign up today with code SteelTwins and make a $5 fantasy entry to get 100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are now live in 25 states, including Texas, California, and Florida. And Underdog is available in over 40 states with player picks and draft games. Those draft games are really cool, man. It's almost like fantasy in a way, but you draft players for that week, and it's a really cool thing to do. You guys should definitely get involved, man. Plus the player picks, you guys can pick who scores TDs. You can pick higher or under for certain player yardage or whatever. You can get a lot involved, man. So prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. Again, go to Underdog and use the promo code SteelTwins and get a $5 entry to get 100 in fantasy bonus entries, man. Huge shout out to Underdog for sponsoring with us on this video. I'm going to go back to Get Up because they had a show earlier today. They mentioned that if they were Mike Tomlin, they would want out, which by all means, go. We don't want you here no more. So by all means.
I don't want to cut you off, but Rex Ryan saying, oh, if he were to get fired, he would be picked up 2 seconds ago. That's not a valid excuse to keep Mike Tomlin. If anybody's still preaching about Mike Tomlin wanting to stay.
Yeah, he would
or them wanting Tomlin to stay.
He would get picked up in 2 seconds. He'd get picked up by so many teams that are begging for a winning season. You know, we uploaded the reaction clip of everything bad that went wrong towards the end of that Bears and Steelers game. And then when Tomlin elected to punt it down 3 points, I just lost it. I said, we need to fire this guy. And there was a Bears fan in our mentions saying, I just can't fathom you wanting to fire this guy. As a Bears fan, you know, I went through so many bad years that I would love a guy like Mike Tomlin. I just can't fathom you guys wanting to fire him. That's because you're a Bears fan. You're used to losing. You would do anything for a winning season. Congratulations, by the way, this year with Ben Johnson and crew. But you're used to that, okay? We are the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have a higher threshold than the Bears or the Browns or the Jets or, I don't know, however many awful teams, right? The Falcons at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm just naming teams off the top of my head. We have a different threshold. We have a different standard. We have a different level of expectation.
We have higher expectations at that. It's just based off our legacy.
Like there is reputations with one team that for the Steelers for years, that reputation's gone, by the way, but I'm going to take it back. For years, the Steelers had a tough reputation of being this strong, very successful team, always in contention for the playoffs or the Super Bowl. We're not that no more, but that was our reputation. You look at other teams around the league, they have a reputation of just sucking. So, yeah, other teams would want a guy like Mike Tomlin because they want to get out that hump. They want to get out that losing manner. But us, like, we haven't gone anywhere in 8 years.
No,
in 9 years. Going on further than that.
Dude, the Steelers have been the same football team for a decade now, or going on a decade now. If you ask me, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a recycle bin.
Yeah.
They just recycle the same scheme, the same season. It's just a different cast of characters, a different crew, different quarterback, different receivers, different defensive players. They'll throw money at a defensive player and just add more to the highest paid NFL defense in the NFL, and it just ends in the same fashion. They are literally a recycle bin.
Yeah.
That's just what the Steelers are under Mike Tomlin.
But I don't think people understand that is because, there's also people saying, well, if you give it to Tomlin, the Steelers won't be better without Mike Tomlin. They're not better with Mike Tomlin right now.
No.
We haven't gone anywhere in so long. So, like, how can you say we're not going to be better without Mike Tomlin when we already have Mike Tomlin and we're not getting better? In fact, I think we're getting worse because it's all the same result.
We were 4-1 with a stronghold on the AFC North division. We are now 6-6, going 2-5 in our last 7 games.
Yep.
Like, bro, how is that even possible? And you let the Ravens basically climb back up. And now we face the Ravens this upcoming Sunday. Basically, in a matchup for whoever wins is basically the leaders, probably the winners of the AFC North. Let's be real here.
Most likely, yes. Which I don't feel confident about.
Like that's just another collapse that Mike Tomlin has led the Steelers team to.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
The Steelers Nation not only chanted Fire Tomlin, they booed Renegade. I don't think they ever booed. Was that a first in Heinz Field? Was there ever loud audible boos for Renegade by Sticks when that popped on?
As far as I've heard.
You also noticed, if you look at the fan footage of fans booing and then you see the players and coaches on the field, the thing about Renegade is it's supposed to hype up the stadium. It's supposed to hype up the team. Everybody gets involved to get that stadium at a high atmosphere, at a high, stadium roar. That was the lowest fucking roar I have ever heard in Heinz Field regarding Renegade, and I wasn't even there. We were there for Renegade one time, because it's the only Steelers game we went to. It was Ben's second to last home game versus the Titans. We were there.
We experienced Renegade once it played, and the roar coming from that field, that stadium, whatever.
It's not just the roar, dude. It's that the players get involved and they hype up the team. The defense gets going, and then you see the towels. They're waving the towels, and it's just a sea of towels waving, bro.
Yes.
I will if I can find it. I'm sure we still have the footage. I will place it right here. I will spare you Rob's singing voice, but I will place the video right here. Renegade. That was Renegade, bro, and it's not that no more. Which means honestly, they should just get rid of it.
And you see the footage of Renegade being played during the Bills game, to which at that point Renegade was not warranted. All right,
no,
it was not. The Steelers there was no life from the Steelers, and the fans they could just feel it. And when Renegade played, bro, I never seen the stadium so you look at the towels twirl, you see Steelers Nation twirl the towels. I never seen it so blank.
Me neither,
the whole
dude.
stadium, bro.
It was so lifeless.
The fan base just did not give a crap, and I don't blame them.
The body language from the fans, and especially the players on the field. Again, when Renegade plays, everybody gets hyped. Everybody gets involved to get the energy going.
And you see the players are just walking. The players are just they're just on the field. They're just
their side like this.
Let's just get this over with. Where's the care? Where's the life? Where's the effort? Where's the passion? Where's the love?
There's none of that no more. It comes off to me like no one fucking cares anymore. And they got Cam Hayward during the game saying, "Oh, Josh Allen need me in the stomach or whatever."
You need me in my stomach. You know, they care about protecting quarterbacks, but what about protecting players like me?
How about you get us out of this fucking world we're in as a football team? You know, like as a leader would. Like, who gives a fuck?
Like
how about you get as a leader?
His main concern is getting kneed in the tummy.
As a leader, you're supposed to rally up this team on the sidelines, in the locker room, because we're in a bad spot right now. And then you're more worried about, oh, he need me in the gut. Who gives a fuck? You're 37-something years old. Grow up. It's bad enough you did all that nonsense before the season.
You know, just seeing how Hayward's behaving or acting. I don't know how Tomlin has named him a leader or a captain of this football team.
He ain't no leader. He ain't no captain.
I look back at the footage after, what was it? I want to say it was that Patriots Thursday night football game of Minka in the locker room.
Yep. Yes. Minka said, dudes think they just they're going to come in, put on the jersey, they ain't got to work for it.
No, you got to work for it. Like, Minka's that freaking leader. Minka's that type of leader. Like Minka is a man that is passionate, that cared, that embodied the Steeler way. And we trade him away, he goes to the Dolphins, and guess what? New lease on life. He's the Minka, like that. He brings that impact to the Dolphins.
Because he was never the problem. He was never the problem.
No, you keep him up top. What the hell is he going to freaking do? And look at Ramsey. We're using him the same freaking way. We traded Minka Fitzpatrick away for Jalen Ramsey to move him to safety, to have Ramsey play the same role as Minka, and for Jonas Smith to play primary blocker.
Primary blocker on a 4th and 2 shotgun draw to Kenneth Gainwell, with Spencer Anderson lined up in the slot, with Darnell Washington running a flat route away from everybody on an obvious designed run play.
That's their 4th down package.
What was that play design? What was that play design? And by the way, can we stop bringing in these tight ends and trying to make them blockers when they're not that? Like, the point of being a Steelers tight end is because you got to block. Okay? That's the number one thing outside of catching the football. You got to block. You bringing in all these guys that can't block, and the one dude that can block, you take him away from everybody on the most important play in the game. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Coaching malpractice, bro.
I think Debo said the same thing on his show, Debo and Joe. He said the same thing. He's like, you got to work for it, bro. You're a Steeler. You're not just going to come in, wear the jersey, wear the colors, and just be gifted everything. No, that's not how it works.
It's not like putting on the Iron Man suit or putting on the Superman cape. It's not that simple, bro. You got to work for that logo. You got to work for them colors. I swear to God, we call this podcast Steeler Culture Podcast for a reason, because of Troy's speech. Everything he said is exactly how he embodied being a Steeler. And what he said is what being a Steeler means. To be a Steeler is to consider others before you consider yourself. To protect your brother even from himself. To give support at your own expense. And when wearing the black and gold suit of armor, you make sure nobody desecrates it, disrespects it. We ourselves do not dishonor it, most importantly.
I can't name you one player on this team right now that truly, truly cares.
Not just player, but coach.
And I think that all comes down to coaching, bro. You lead by example. You're only as good as coaching. And the coaching's not setting a good example. The coaching is not setting a good standard in the locker room. And that's another big reason why he needs to go, bro. It's like we see this every year. First of all, it's bad enough we see the same product on the field. It's bad enough we see the same result in the playoffs every year. It's bad enough we go down the same exact pattern every single year. But to have the people in the locker room not care or not show up, if that's even a real thing that A-Rod alluded to, I don't know if that's exactly what he alluded to, but that's going around. I don't know too much detail on that. I don't know how many people know detail on that, but even still, like, it all goes to coaching. It all goes to coaching, because if these guys aren't rallying this team, if these guys aren't motivating each other or vice versa, then, what's the point of being a football team?
Well, let me
You're
ask.
not in it for the sport. You're not in it for success.
Where's the accountability? Where's the accountability being held? Why is it that Terrell Austin still has the play calling duties?
Well, Mike Tomlin said that he won't make any changes to the coaching staff at this time. He said that on his Tomlin Tuesday. Are you kidding me right now?
You've gone 2-5 in your last 7 games. You're 6-6 after starting 4-1. You got a big divisional matchup versus the Ravens coming up, and you're not going to make any freaking changes after giving up a big record at Heinz Field.
You haven't
given up the most rushing yards to the Bills, 249 rushing yards.
How many passes down the field have we completed in the last month?
Do you want me to tell you?
How many? 1, 2?
The pass. No, Danny. They have not completed a downfield pass in over a month.
Not one.
They have gone 0 for 13.
Oh.
0 for 13. 3 interceptions in the last 5 games combined on 20 or more air yards. I want you to keep in mind, Jameis Winston in that Lions game, just last week? He hit 5.
I also want you to notice, Pat Freiermuth didn't see a single target last week versus the Bills. Not one. Nope. You got DK Metcalf that's done nothing since the fucking, the Vikings game,
As a matter of fact, I looked up his game log. You know, he's played 12 games. Steelers played 12 games. The first 6 games, he had 406 combined yards in the first 6 games.
Yeah.
The last 6 games, he has 199.
In 6 games?
Yes.
And we're paying this guy $150 million.
Yes.
And we're also talking about a guy that has almost as many receptions as Kenneth Gainwell, who, by the way, is our number 2 running back.
Is being paid the vet minimum, pretty much.
But we're not making coaching changes right now.
No. No adjustments. No
Arthur
changes.
Smith can't get his fucking proper tight ends involved in certain spots. He can't use his tight ends up the field. Whether that's Arthur Smith or Mike Tomlin's doing or both, either way, how that doesn't warrant change, how this offense being so mediocre doesn't warrant change, how this offense getting 87 yards in the first half and 166 total, which that alone, that 166 total didn't even out yardage what the Bills got in the first half alone last week, how that doesn't fucking warrant change. And then the defense as a whole, it seems like every other game we're allowing 100-yard rushers, or we still can't stop the run. The Bills ran the same inside zone play 26 times.
I thought it was 29.
26, 29 times, whatever the hell it may be. The fact that they ran that many times and found that much success and got 200-plus yards on the ground. With Ray Davis had 62 yards or whatever it was.
Yeah, he did.
It seemed like every time he got the ball was a first down. James Cook, first rush play of the game. 19-yard carry up the right.
Yep.
And every time the Steelers tried to condense that middle, that inside play, what do you think the Bills did? Open grass to the right.
Or what was the Steelers' adjustment? If they made an adjustment, it was lining 5 Steelers up toward the whole right side. Or the Bills' right side. If you look at that image that's been circling around on social media, if you look at how they're lined up, they literally look like a Nike logo. I'm not even kidding.
I refuse.
They are shaped like a Nike logo.
I refuse to believe that was a real formation. I refuse to believe that was a real formation.
Yes.
That picture's not real. If I find out.
Oh, it is, brother.
That's not real.
It is. It's not AI.
That's not real.
AI can't even make that crap.
That's pathetic. That's absolutely pathetic. And it's no help that a guy like TJ Watt is getting absolutely bullied by a rookie blocking tight end in Jackson Halls, a backup wide receiver in Tyrell Shivers, and a backup right tackle in Alec Anderson. Backups! TJ Watt getting mauled in a run game.
Yep.
Constantly over pursuing in the middle instead of playing the edge, which is exactly why Cook and everybody else found so much room, had so much grass on that side. They found so much success. TJ Watt said himself, he said, I've never seen a team run this many plays or run the same play so many times and have that much success. He was out of words. I think the Steelers are out of options and finding ways to adjust because I think they don't know how to. Unbelievable. But there's no coaching changes. He's not going to make no coaching changes at this time.
No.
Really?
All they keep saying is we just got to get better at what we're doing. What you're doing is terrible. Your philosophy, your scheme, your idea of successful football is not a good recipe. It's a recipe for crap.
No, it's not.
It is horrible. Again, the Steelers are a recycle bin. They recycle the same old stuff. They just make some kinks. They change some stuff up here and there. They get a different player involved here. And then they just hope for the best. They cross their fingers like, all right, let's hope this works.
Here, I'll give you another one. Because I wrote it down in my notes here. The Steelers offense failed to gain a single yard on 19 of their 43 offensive snaps last week. 44% of the snaps.
God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My God.
Mm-hmm. It's bad, bro. It's bad. And now we wonder. We don't wonder. We were waiting for it. This is all warranted. It was just a matter of time. The media is wondering, why would you chant Fire Tomlin? How dare you say that? You think you could do better without Mike Tomlin? What about last year when he went to the playoffs with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, who have a combined 5 wins this year? He lost 5 straight with Russ at quarterback last year, at this time last year.
But the media seems to forget that, though, right?
Oh, imagine if he went to a team with a real quarterback. He had his chance to draft a quarterback. And it was one of the worst draft picks in Steelers history. Mike Tomlin can't win without inheriting a good quarterback like he did when he took Cowher's team. I know that's very cliche to say, and that's not very original, but it's the absolute truth.
Dude, year in and year out, that statement is just proven correct. Every single season.
And I think Tomlin is actually feeling heat. Not from the organization. See, he's feeling heat from the media. He's feeling heat from the fans. But that's not where he needs to feel the heat from. He needs to feel it from the people that actually make the decisions, that will actually make the change, which is the organization, which is Art Rooney II. Art the Clown is what we like to call him. He's not feeling heat from them. But could it get to a point that it gets so loud and so crazy and honestly, like a fire Canada movement all over again, that Tomlin says, you know what? I'm out. Does it get to a point where he just feels ungrateful in a way? And he's like, you know what?
Ungrateful.
I'm going to leave. Please do. In fact, he was asked by the Steelers media regarding the Fire Tomlin chant. Shout out to Chris Carter. He asked Tomlin in his endgame presser, he says, what goes through your mind when the crowd's chanting to fire you in your home stadium? Mike Tomlin's response was, man, I share their frustrations tonight, man. We didn't do enough. That's just the reality of it. If you share frustrations with us, please leave. I will gladly pack your bags. I will gladly book your Airbnb. I will fly you myself. I don't know how to fly. I will drive you myself.
Get them lessons going.
Wherever you want to go. Wherever.
Well, there's an opening for Tennessee with a young quarterback at that and Cam Ward.
There's an opening.
What about the Giants?
The Giants. There's an opening for Tennessee. There's probably going to be an opening for the Falcons. There might be an opening for the Dolphins. I don't know if he likes sunshine and rainbows, but down there, Miami got it.
There's going to be openings.
I think Ben mentioned Penn State.
Ben did mention Penn State.
Now, you don't want to mention college.
Yeah, no. Last time that was brought up to Tomlin, I mean, he really let his thoughts well known about all that.
Well, you also notice, like, when Tomlin is asked a certain question, he definitely feels the heat. Like, if it's a question that it kind of questions his job or what he does or his scheme or the result on the field, he kind of gets a little, what's the word? I guess angry, for lack of better terms. He gets a little edgy in his presser.
He feels the heat from the question.
I think he's feeling the heat from the media. I think he's feeling the heat from the fans mostly. He's not feeling heat from the organization, which sucks. But he's definitely feeling heat from the fans because this is the first time in recorded history, at least that I can recall, that there were Fire Tomlin chants that were actually brought to the media's attention. Not just Steelers media, but national media, ESPN, sports shows, anything you watch. People are talking about it. And it's only going to get louder because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to get better.
No, it's not.
And I don't trust Mike Tomlin to feel this heat and try to better this football team, try to, take accountability for his faults and the coach's faults and do what he needs to do to get to that next level. I don't trust him to do that. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he knows how to. All I know is that he hasn't in the past. Why should I expect him to do it now?
No, there's no way.
Why? Because he feels just a little bit of heat from the fan base?
I mean, say the Steelers win, right? Say they get a winning season. What does that mean? What does that do? It means nothing. It's false hope. It's nothing.
No.
A win absolutely does nothing. But sweep it all under the rug and just pretend like, oh, we made it, guys. We got another winning season. We're good.
Yeah.
We're in the playoffs. It's okay.
It's the first time. I think it's the first time that Tomlin feels. This is just my opinion. Obviously, I don't know how the guy feels, but I think this is the first time, in my opinion, that Tomlin himself feels that his job is actually being questioned. Not that his job is in question, but his job and what he's doing is actually in question, especially by the fans.
Well, here's my question to the organization. If you bring Tomlin back, what's your plan? What's your goal? What's your idea of? Because say the Steelers, they get another winning season, right? And then they go to the playoffs, but they lose in the playoffs. What's your plan then if you keep Mike Tomlin? What's your plan for next year, huh? What's your ideal? What's your plan?
It's the same thing all over again.
Exactly.
Let's go get another washed fucking quarterback. Let's go get another overrated quarterback that's going to be completely underwhelmed and underused under this awful fucking scheme that is the Steelers offense and has been underutilized for so many years ever since Todd Haley left the building.
Let's keep throwing money at the defense. Let's keep raising the price.
Let's go get people that are in their, their absolute decline.
Yeah,
let's
they claimed Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
you get rid of Slay, which good on them because Slay did absolutely nothing, and the healthy scratch versus the Bills was just pretty much the writing on the wall there. So Slay, he's gone. I'm not worried about that. We have James Pierre who's been playing good, and they brought Asante Samuel from the practice squad, so that's fine. But they get rid of Slay and then claim Adam Thielen, who's 35 years old.
35-year-old Adam Thielen, who's in his final year and said he wanted to play for a contender. Well, bad news, Mr. Thielen.
You picked the wrong team. You picked the wrong team, Thielen.
Well, he was claimed on waivers.
No, he didn't have a say. He didn't have a say. He didn't have a say, but
he was probably hoping and praying, don't claim me, don't claim me, don't claim me, don't claim me. Nope. Here you go, Steelers. Here you go.
So he don't have a choice.
Hi, Adam.
Welcome
to the Steel City.
You got the oldest active wide receiver in the NFL.
Is he really the oldest? Yeah, that makes sense.
Who else is it? Who's up there?
I don't know.
It's Adam Thielen.
I thought maybe someone from 2020 or 2011 was still playing or something. I don't know.
No, he's the oldest active wide receiver playing at 35 who gets to play with the oldest active playing quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who just turned 42 years old.
God, we're running retirement home.
So it's a retirement tour, bro.
Well, it's already bad enough that they showed you this during the offseason. I never liked the Darius Slay signing because we went for the oldest starting corner in the league when the ideal situation is to fix the concerning issue at cornerback opposite JPJ long term. They had free agency options, a plethora of free agency options, and they went for the oldest guy. Why? Because of comp picks. Fuck the comp picks. Now we got to worry about corner again next year. Fix the issue. Instead, you went for an aging rental, which isn't somewhere where we're, it's not something that we're not used to because they did that literally 2 years ago with Patrick Peterson. And then they went for the oldest starting quarterback in the league to no different result. And now he's old and tired and just probably exhausted at this point.
And not playing good. I mean, his age is definitely showing. But you mix that with the bad scheme. It's literally like Russell Wilson last year.
You got another
probably not as bad, but even then, still not looking good.
You got another aging corner in Jalen Ramsey who had to switch positions because of injuries on the football team. You got T.J. Watt in his absolute decline because I'm telling you what, his prime is past him, and they signed him to a massive contract extension.
When's the last time Watt had a sack?
I don't know.
It feels like forever, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I know he's stationary. I know he's getting double chipped, but when's the last time T.J. Watt got a sack?
Yeah, Watt is definitely getting chipped more than anyone else, and the stats prove that. But he's also he just turned 31 a couple months ago.
He's not going to get any younger.
No, he's not. His last sack was actually versus the Bears. Oh, yeah,
was
that strip sack. Duh.
Oh yeah,
Nick Herbig picked it up in the end
bro.
zone.
Man, after the decline in the second half, I've forgotten all of the good stuff. There's just no good coming out from this team. There's none. There's hardly any good.
No, wait a minute, Bobby. Adam Thielen's gonna save the
Are
day.
you kidding me?
You can't wait for those 3-yard out routes.
I mean, I seen clips of him in practice. I know he's getting ready for them.
You can't wait for those quick little those screen passes and those little hitch routes.
No,
Those sideline breaks. You can't wait for that?
I've seen enough of them. No, I'm not.
Come on, man. He's 35 years old. He was a Pro Bowler so many years ago. He has the most consecutive games in NFL history of 100-yard games. You can't deny what he's going to do with the Steelers, man. Fuck that it happened 7 years ago. You can't deny what he's going to bring to the table. That's a problem with the Steelers, bro, is they rely on name value, experience, and so much veteranship. That don't mean nothing. That can only get you so far. And it's gotten us nowhere because that's all we seem to sign. That's all we seem to go for.
And that's
Mike Tomlin's bread and butter.
That's the Mike Tomlin go-to.
And no praise to Omar Khan either. What was that?
He just goes with it. Like, did you really have to claim Adam Thielen? Did you really have to bring him in? Like, I know we're depleted at wide receiver, but you're that desperate.
35-year-old Adam Thielen in his final year. This is his last hoorah.
I'll tell you what, he's not holding up a Lombardi, bro.
No, he's not. No.
That ain't happening.
He'll be retired by early January. You know what? Maybe he should be happy he signed with the Steelers because he's going to enjoy early retirement.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Will he even make it past the end of the regular season? Or is he going to hold out and hope that some playoff team is going to claim him? Come on, bro. This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing. We're running a retirement home. Good God above, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remember the 2025 Steelers season as the retirement tour. And Darius Slade got picked up by the Bills, if y'all care enough. The Bills. This couldn't happen last week.
Nope. But Slay, see ya. Just didn't pan out, man.
Mike Tomlin, man. This is, like I said, this was only a matter of time until his name started getting chanted in the stadium in regards to the fan base, letting know their frustrations and their feelings about wanting to fire this guy. There's been a lot of people that have been on that train a long time, and there's people that are just now getting on it. We've been on it pretty much since after 2020. I tried to give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt after Ben retired. Go get your quarterback and make people eat their words about everything they said about you claiming Bill Carr's team. And what happened? He couldn't build Kenny. The offense is as limited as it was when it was in Ben's final fucking year, when his arm was shot, and he was as immobile as anything you could watch. As immobile as an 80-year-old man sitting on the couch all day. Like, all that just killed it for me.
Mm-hmm.
All that killed it for me. And then that same 2023 season, bro, we would lose to the Patriots, we lose to the Cardinals, we lose to the Colts, 3 straight games. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, this is awful.
Well, hell, before that was that Texans game, C.J. Stroud's rookie season. I think that was the early game. It was like, what, week 3, week 4,
well,
whatever
week
it was?
1, we got blown out by the Niners. And week 3, week 4, yeah, we got blown out by the Texans.
And it was at that point, immediately after the game, we made a video saying the Steelers will never win a Super Bowl under Mike Tomlin.
No. Okay. Like, I already had that feeling in my mind after 2020, bro. I'm like, it's just the same shit every year.
Like, I mean, like, how do you have a performance like that versus the Browns?
Well, first of all, you go 11-0, and then you win only 1 game after that for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and then you give the Browns their first playoff win, and Lord knows how long.
And their only win in Heinz Field ever. I don't think they've won another game in Heinz Field. Have they? Or at least against Ben, or whatever the stat was.
Whatever the stat is, I can't remember. Nonetheless, it's like The fact that the Browns have a more recent playoff victory than the Steelers,
Yes.
that's a hard pill to swallow. None of the Browns, like they're still dealing with quarterback problems and they still have losing seasons in the Browns fan. Like Browns fans felt a playoff
Actually,
victory.
that was their first, I just searched it up. That was their first win in Heinz Field since 2003. So technically that was their first win against Ben in Heinz Field.
Jeez.
That playoff game.
And in sickening fashion at that.
We were down 28-0 in the first quarter or something, wasn't it?
Yes. The Browns scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's when it ended for me. I was like, you know what? Every year is the same thing. Well, you also notice, like, 2017, I will forever die on the hill that 2017 was supposed to be our year. First round bye. We had a great 13-3, I believe, was our record. We had all the killer bees. And we go one and done in the playoffs, get essentially blown out by the fucking Jags with Blake Bortles.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Bortles.
Yes.
And then year after year after year, you notice collapse after collapse after collapse. And after 2020, I'm like, it's just the same shit every year. And then I gave him one more chance after Ben retired. One more. Go get your quarterback and make people eat their words. And he proved them more right than ever before.
And the quarterbacks he chose after Ben was Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett. He had to go with Mason because Mitch and Kenny were just that freaking awful. Then he opted to ride with Russ.
And Fields.
Had to go with Fields because Russ was hurt. Then went with Russ and never looked back at Fields.
And now we're stuck with a 42-year-old Aaron flipping Rodgers for the rest of the season. What? And people think that we won't do better without Tomlin. Really? Really?
Yeah, like the question that's always brought up, well, who do you replace him with? Bro, I don't care.
Plenty of people. In fact, we've had several people in line to replace him, but the Steelers held on to him too long.
Look at the Bears, bro. They have Ben Johnson.
Why didn't they trade him to the Bears and go get Ben Johnson? The Bears called, hey, we want Coach T. And Art's like, never mind, don't worry about it. He's not up for grabs.
They shut those calls down immediately. Said, nope, we're not interested.
And the Bears go get Ben Johnson. They're 9-3 right now.
They're first place in the NFC right now.
The Bears.
First place.
They beat us.
Or hell, Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. First place in the AFC.
The Patriots hired Mike Vrabel the day after we lost to the Ravens in that playoff game. And now the Patriots are back on top.
See what happens when you cling on to somebody for far too long when it's obvious that what his philosophy is or what his idea is or how he's leading a football team is obviously not working. When it's repetitive, you cling on to somebody too long, you're going to miss out on opportunities.
It just makes me wonder, like, genuinely, how much more do we got to go through before someone makes the decision, whether it's the ownership or it's Tomlin himself, whether Tomlin gets fed up by the fans and he's like, I want out of here. Like, I'm tired of it. Maybe he selfishly feels ungrateful. He's like, I'm out of here. Maybe he swipes away the no trade clause and is like, hey, trade me. I want out of here. I want a fresh start. I want a fresh rewind or whatever, right? Or the Steelers actually fire the guy, which again, I will believe it when I see it. But I think it's honestly going to have to get to, because I don't think Tomlin wants to go. I don't think Tomlin's going to leave because he knows his job's safe. He doesn't care. But if we, the fans, Steelers Nation, if we can rise up and let our voice be heard again about getting rid of a coach, this time, this one that actually brings everything down and gives us a complete restart, a complete refresh, we might suffer for a few seasons or two. I don't know. But sometimes it's what we got to do to build back up. Look at the Patriots.
Yeah.
Look at so many teams around the league, bro. They have had to deal with some bad years to go get their guy. The Steelers did it under Bill Cowher. They had a bad year or two. They got Ben, and Ben's arguably the best quarterback in franchise history.
Yeah, it's not like we're saying get rid of Mike Tomlin where you trade him or fire him and then, you get a guy and then the Steelers are going to continue to be successful like right out the gate. That's not what we're saying. We know that's not going to happen. The Steelers are going to be down for some down years. There's no doubt about it. Just like we knew when Ben retired that we were going to be going through a quarterback carousel. We're still trying to look for the guy, right?
Yeah.
We knew this. We're aware of this, but sometimes it's exactly what the Steelers need. It's a moment where they just got to look themselves in the mirror and be like, this is it. This isn't it. It's not working.
Well, it's to me, I don't know how you guys feel, but to me, doing that is a lot better than staying where you've been at the last 8, going on 9 years now, plus more, depending on how far back you want to talk. I'm just talking in terms of our last playoff victory. Staying in the same spot for so long and going after false hope. That false hope being so-and-so name for so-and-so price for so-and-so years to think he can get us over the hump. Doing what Rob just stated, having a couple down years and then getting your quarterback is a lot better than doing what Steelers have been doing for years now, because at least when you're down there, you're trying to get better. You're in a position to get that guy to rise back up again. When you're just stuck at where you're at, you're going to remain there. Being stuck in mediocrity is the worst loophole to be in. It is just a constant cycle that never ends. And that's the cycle the Steelers have been in for a long time.
Like, where's the attitude to push themselves, to be better, to crave better, to want better?
Like, I don't know.
Where's the accountability?
I don't know how this organization doesn't look at what's going on with this team right now and what has been going on with this team and doesn't think, man, we really need to find something to change this. We need to do something to change this. At least when you make that move in firing Tomlin, which again, I'll believe it when I see it, but if they make that move, at least you're trying to make change for the better. Them holding on to Tomlin isn't doing that. It's just staying at where they've been stuck at, and that's just exhausting.
And that's only going to continue to happen as long as they continue to retain Mike Tomlin.
And every single year, we're just going to be thinking it's just going to be the same as last year. I have felt that way every year since 2020. And coming into this year, I never bought into anything they did. Never. Because I always said the main problem was the coaching. We have clips to prove it that we uploaded during the offseason stating that. And lo and behold.
No, we planted our flag on that statement, and that flag's never moved. It's still there.
There's been too many examples of what has occurred this year and years past to the point that, again, when is enough enough? That's all I ask. At what point, whose hand is going to be forced? Is it going to be Art or is it going to be Tomlin himself? Where he steps down or he waives the no trade clause or he just completely just exits? Either way, any of that is a plus for the Steelers. But is that any of that really realistic?
The only way
is that going to happen?
The only way it happens is if they continue to lose, even in embarrassing fashion at that. That's the only way, because winning, again, it just hides everything. A win just blinds the Steelers. It blinds Tomlin. It blinds Rooney.
Yeah.
Losing, or even losing out at that, how does that not warrant change? How does that not warrant wanting to adjust, to warrant taking accountability and wanting to better the organization?
Well, especially considering, I mean, put yourself in Art Rooney's shoes. Art Rooney, the second shoes. Imagine you're running a football team and you look at this team and you notice the same thing every single year. And then you especially notice that we're in our longest playoff win drought since before the Immaculate Reception. We're going on 8, now 9 years without a playoff victory. And there's a potential great chance that we'll have our first losing season in 21, 22 years. You pair the playoff win drought along with a losing season, and you don't think change isn't warranted? You don't think change isn't needed?
I'll tell you what, right now, Dan Rooney would not put up with this crap.
No.
He'd be fed up. He would have been fed up much sooner. Matter of fact, since Dan Rooney passed away, the Steelers have not won a playoff game.
No. Last time we won a playoff game was the Dan Rooney ran Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. I believe they were in the final years of the Obama administration. We've had two different presidents,
yes.
3 different elections. Like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Again, going back to what we said, minutes ago, many minutes ago, there's certain teams that are used to that. There's certain teams that would beg to get out of that. But there's other teams like the Steelers that don't have that reputation. But now, unfortunately, we do because of who we've stuck with for so long. It sucks, man. It really sucks. So the Fire Tomlin chants are completely warranted, and I beg Steeler Nation, wherever you are, it doesn't even have to be a football game. It don't even have to be a home game.
Steelers fans that may be going to the Ravens game in Baltimore, chant it, bro.
Bro, y'all
Chant
need to be louder. Y'all need to be more vocal. Y'all need to be completely adventurous. Go anywhere and everywhere and let them know. You go to a Pirates game in Pittsburgh, let them know. You go to a Penguins game in Pittsburgh, let them know. You go to a Pitt Panthers game, let them know. You go to a Steelers game in Heinz Field, let them know.
Steelers play the Dolphins Monday night after the Ravens.
Oh, my God. That's at home, isn't it?
Yes.
And we haven't won a primetime game this year.
We haven't won a primetime game since the Giants Monday Night Football game before their bye week. Last year.
I swear to God, if we lose to the Dolphins in primetime at home, bro, you thought the chants were crazy versus the Bills. In primetime action, bro? In a way, listen to me, bro. In a way, I want to see it. I do. I hate seeing my team lose.
Listen, I never want the Steelers to lose, but if it comes to the benefit of them changing, to them getting better in the future, by all means, Steelers fucking lose.
Well, let's put it this way, man. If the Steelers win, it's like, yeah, we won. Does it change anything?
It does nothing. It does. A win does absolutely nothing for this team.
We as Steelers fans have come to now the settlement that, yay, we won, but oh no, it doesn't change anything. It has come to the point that even a win isn't exciting because we know that we're not going to advance any further. It's just a win. It's meaningless because we don't go anywhere. The team doesn't do anything with it. It's not a boost. It's not momentum. It's not, okay, we won, but let's continue to improve on this. It's none of that.
No, they don't build upon the wins. They just get the win. That's it.
We have settled to a point that even a win doesn't matter to us because it doesn't. A win does nothing. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't advance the team any further. It's just a win. It's just a number. Another number for Mike. That's all it is. A win is just another number for Mike Tomlin. It is one win closer to another non-losing season.
That's all. That's all he's going to pursue. That's all that he's going to crave. He's just gonna look at the schedule in the meeting rooms. He's going to see that's an extra W on the win column right there. He's like, okay, two more, and I'm safe. Two more, and I can continue my streak. That's all I want.
It sucks that I hope you guys understand where we're coming from when I say that. Just a win, it doesn't matter anymore because it does nothing for the Steelers. It's just a statistic. Like if we win and get into the playoffs, we know what the result's going to be because we've seen it time and time and time again. It's like it's emptiness as a fan.
And honestly, just looking at the current state of the Steelers, after everything we discussed, I don't see how the Steelers win another game. I just don't know how.
Me neither.
Because this team is just so incapable of adjusting and bettering themselves and making change.
Now, typically, we've seen Tomlin sometimes pull a rabbit out of his hat, and then he gets just enough to not have a losing season for the first time. I don't know if that's even impossible anymore, dude. Like, he's done it in the past several times, as a matter of fact. He's been in tough circles. He's been in tough corners where you're thinking, okay, this is it, his first losing season, and then boom, just like that, winning, or at least a tied record or a winning record. 2013, same thing. 2023, same thing. 2019, you thought, oh my God, Ben's out, that's going to happen. Winning record. But it doesn't mean anything.
No.
Like, fuck winning seasons, dude. It doesn't matter. It would mean more if we had more playoff wins. It'd mean more if we had more playoff victories. It'd mean more if we had more Super Bowls added to it. And I don't care if I sound spoiled. The point of playing the football game, the point of playing football is to win. is to go for a championship. I don't care if it sounds greedy. That's the goal. You don't fucking game plan to lose. You game plan to win, and you game plan for championships. So I apologize if I sound greedy or if I sound entitled as a fan.
Well, here's my question to you, Dan. What exactly do we have to be spoiled about?
We don't, because we haven't had anything. We haven't had anything. You know, if we won several playoff games, or if we went to the Super Bowl last year and then we had this, and then we were arguing about, maybe we'd sound spoiled. Then that's a justified statement. But being stuck in the same hole for so long, I don't think we're spoiled. I think we're just stuck. I think we're stale. I think Steelers Nation is fed up. We are tired. The Fire Tomlin Chants and them booing Renegade lets you know that they are just absolutely done with everything. It was only a matter of time before it was going to happen. And I'm proud that it's happened this soon. In a way, I think it's a little too late, but I'm glad at the same time it's this soon. Because I feel like it's our only hope of making change or letting the team know that we're irritated. And if I'm you guys, bro, I'm not going to a Steelers game. I know if y'all got season passes, whatever, hey, listen, the atmosphere, the stadium itself, tailgating, that's a blast. It's the best part of it. But watching the game itself, you're going to be completely depressed. So I wouldn't even go to the game. Go to tailgate. Go to the stadium, hang out, whatever. Don't go to the game.
No, this team don't deserve it. This organization don't deserve it.
No, just all we ask from you guys is be more vocal. You got to be more vocal.
Let your voices be heard. Let the organization, let the people up top know how you feel. Don't stop. Don't let up. And don't let a wind blind you from the fact that the Steelers still have many, many problems that they have to take care of.
Yes, absolutely.
They have to fix, bro. Let your voices be known. Loud and proud about it, bro.
We got 2 more home games, bro. One of them in prime time. I swear, if we lose that game, bro, that stadium's gonna go crazy. That stadium's gonna go nuts. Again, man, I hate seeing my team lose. I never want to root for my team to lose, bro. I don't. I would much rather, as a fan, want them to win and win in a fashion where they know that they fucked up and they're taking accountability and they're bettering themselves. But that doesn't happen here. And that's not going to happen.
No.
So honestly, that might be what it takes. It's the harsh truth. We'll see if it happens. We got 2 more home games. We got the Ravens coming up. We got the Lions as well. We got the Browns one more time. I mean,
the Dolphins in there Monday night.
Yep. We got a couple more games down the rest of the regular season. So we'll see how that ventures. We'll see how these Fire Tomlin chants continue to run along. But like we mentioned before, I'm going to say, yes, they do. Good timing. One and only Billy. Thank you for subscribing to the SteelTwins. That is very convenient timing.
The one and only, bro.
One and only.
The Steelers do suck.
Just be more vocal, bro. That's all we ask is let your voices be heard. Don't stop. Keep talking. Keep shouting. Louder.
Keep chanting, man.
Y'all got to be louder. I applaud y'all. I thank y'all. But y'all need to continue. We will. The sign's not going nowhere.
No.
This sign's been up since week 3. Versus the Patriots. Was that week 3?
Yeah, it was. Funny enough, Steelers are still the one team or the team that last beat the Patriots.
Yes.
How? I don't know.
This sign has been up since week 3. We took it down maybe a week or 2 because of the trade situation, which we didn't trade for anybody, so that was pointless. But this,
no, we just had to wait for Adam Thielen.
This sign has been on, This sign's been on standby since 2023 after we lost to the Patriots on Thursday night with Bailey Zappi at quarterback. This sign has been on standby for years now. It's not going nowhere.
Nope. It's going to stay up. It's going to stay up.
If y'all keep shouting, if y'all keep saying it, we're going to keep this up. I might even get a complete new banister. I might get a complete new banner, as a matter of fact. Same thing we did with the Fire Canada one. I swear, I might get a similar one with Fire Tomlin on it. I'm serious, man. It's the only way that this organization is going to get out of the hole that it's in.
Bro, someone can make a T-shirt of a Fire Tomlin T-shirt. I will replace the Mason Rudolph jersey. I might not even wear that jersey. I might not even wear a jersey, period, for the rest of the season. I'll wear a hoodie, but not a jersey.
I'll tell you right now.
But if I can find a Fire Tomlin T-shirt, I will buy it and wear it every single live stream. I'm not joking.
There you go. I'll tell you right now, though, we're definitely not wearing Mason Rudolph jerseys the rest of the year.
I'm not wearing a jersey for the rest of the season, period.
Really?
I'll wear a hat and a hoodie. I'm not wearing another jersey. This team don't deserve it.
Okay.
You saw me in the post game. I took my shit off. Took my hat and my jersey off. Kept the hoodie on.
Yeah.
This team don't deserve my support to wear a damn jersey.
That's fair.
I'll be here. We'll be here. We'll be live for the games. We'll be live for the previews and the post games and whatnot. We'll still be repping the black and gold. But I ain't wearing a jersey. This team don't deserve it.
No. With that being said, let's know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about the whole Fire Tomlin chance? How do you feel about Darius Slade getting cut and Adam Thielen being a Pittsburgh Steeler?
Adam Thielen, come on down.
Woo! Those are the wide receiver fixtures we were just looking for, man. Someone with such veteranship and experience and, 35 years young. Oh, my God.
We just keep bringing in veteran wide receivers, huh? Guys like Allen Robinson and Mike Williams and Robert Woods earlier this year.
Who's next on the retirement tour? Let's know you guys. Who do you think is next on the retirement tour? I don't think Adam Thielen's it. I don't think Adam Thielen's the end. I think we're just going to continue to keep going with him.
Is Frank Gore still playing?
Oh, God. With that being said, let's know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. At the end of the day, here we go, Steelers.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!